Hello everybody. Today I'm just going to do a little short tutorial on clusters or stacks or whatever you like to call them. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and different colours. Everybody's kind of familiar with these kind of lovely shabby kind of stacks, and you can have little tiny little stacks or clusters. I kind of like clusters actually. Little dragonfly on there and a little tiny one on here. You know, that gives you the idea. You can make them all sorts of different sizes, and I've even done one here, kind of a cluster with a tail. Okay, so that's basically what you can do. They're clusters of fabrics topped off with some kind of embellishment. And just to show you, this is a snippet roll that I've made, and I've used these on here to embellish the snippet roll. I kind of love this one. This one, by the way, is on Etsy, on my Etsy shop. The link is below. Okay, so we'll put those to one side a minute. Those are the completed ones. And what I do, I have a selection of little squares of different fabrics and lace and different things. That's my needle for that one. Okay, so what I'm going to start with, I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do something like this, sort of like a combination of different fabrics. Okay, so, and normally we have, say, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 layers of different fabrics. So I'm going to start with a piece of calico, that's calico, and a piece of pretty fabric, like so. And I think I'll go for a piece of lace, just a little square of lace. They're all about 1.5 to 2 inches square. And what I do, I kind of make them smaller as I go along. So there you have a piece of white muslin, and we'll have a piece. This is just ordinary white sheeting, just cut into a little rough square. How many is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I fancy a little bit more on that one. So we'll have a little bit of this net and a little piece of lace there. Right, okay. Right, so now I have my nice little cluster stack of fabrics. Okay, now what I want a white button on top of there. Now I haven't actually got any white buttons, so what I've got is these that I don't really like very much, and I'm just going to put it upside down like so. Okay, so that's my cluster now put together. You can, if you want to, if you're not very confident, is sew that together first. So let me just see. Just sew it together. I use, for the big chunky ones, for the big chunky clusters, I use embroidery floss or embroidery silk, and I use the whole 6 strands of it. You can make a knot. I don't usually make a knot, but just stitch it through like so, all the way through, and pull it up, and it will knot on you. It always does. There we go. And to stop it knotting, just pull it like so, and it usually, yeah, there we go. Right, and there, the next one. What I'm going to do on this one, I'm just going to put my button on now. So there we go, the button, through the buttonhole, up through, and down through. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. I'm going to do it another way because I want it tied at the top. So I'm just going to take this to pieces a minute. Just one, bear with me, I'm just going to snip this off. So that was the basic way of sewing it. I'm just going to, because I like it at the top. We'll just leave that because it doesn't hurt. So how to get it to tie at the top: hold your button in the middle, down through the whole lot, leaving a tail at the top like that. Put your thumb on the tail and back up through the buttonhole like so. And I'll do it down once more just to make sure it's well fastened. Down we go. Pull it nice and firm. Well fastened now. And then back up through. Okay. There we are. There it is, nicely fastened. I'm just now going to tie the top. I do it in a double knot. There we go. I just need to put it down. There. Right, so there it is, fastened in a double knot. And just trim it back to the length you want it. There. So now you have your cluster all nicely fastened at the top. The job now is to fray the edges. Just pull the edges out. The muslin will come nice and easily. What I do with the lace, it has a border on it, as you can see. That is there to stop it from fraying. So if we just cut that off like so, and then just pull it like so, you get a nice frayed, tatty, shabby edge like that. Put that back. You see the kind of thing that you're aiming for. And same with here, just there we go. And pull this to make a nice tatty edge. There we go. Right, I will continue doing that until I get nice soft edges. Fray the calico, and you can just pull it like this. Then work your way around and work your way around. And with the rosy fabric you can do the same. Bit trickier because it's a bit finer, but it does work. Anything kind of cottony, polycottony will fray. Okay, I'll go back and do that in a minute. You don't want to watch me doing that. Anyway, so there you have it. If you keep fraying them out, you can come up with like this. Nice soft edges. Right, so you can finish it with a button like I have there. You can use a bow, a nice coloured button like that little one. Here I've used some ticking, a little square of ticking. And there's the heart one. And there's that little one there. So, and I have just done a couple of these. That one is all nicely frayed out, and like this one I just have to fray them out like that, just pulling the little threads. Don't get too carried away and pull it all out, unless you'll end up pulling all the whole threads to bits and it will just fall to pieces. I have done it. Right, okay, I think that's just about it. I was going to do another one, and I found these and I thought that might be a nice little idea to do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial just to show you how to put them together if you've not done it before and how you can use them. Thanks very much for looking. Bye for now.